Archangel Michael says, lean and listen carefully because this message is not arriving in your life by chance. The one you once trusted with your deepest love, the one you opened your heart to, is carrying a secret they can no longer hold. Soon their lips will move and what spills out will change the way others see you forever. They are restless at night, tossing between guilt and pride, unsure if revealing the truth will set them free or destroy everything. Their hands shake when they scroll through old messages because the memories burn like fire inside them. They cannot live with the weight of silence much longer, and their breaking point is close. Every whisper you ignored, every strange feeling in your chest was heaven trying to tell you that this day would arrive. And now the very person you thought would defend you is preparing to speak louder than you imagined. What they will say is not simple. It is tangled with pain, jealousy, and unspoken desire. The truth is coming like a storm, unstoppable and heavy, carrying words that will echo in rooms you haven't even stepped into yet. It will travel like fire across the people you know. And nothing will remain untouched. But heaven's warning is not meant to frighten. It is meant to prepare you because what feels like exposure will actually bring your deliverance. Type Amen to get blessing. 333. This person's voice is trembling because they know they are about to lose you forever. And yet the desire to control the narrative to shape how others see you is stronger than their fear. They have rehearsed their lines in the mirror, practicing how to tell everyone what lies in their heart. You will soon hear people speaking your name in tones you never expected. Some in shock, some in envy, some in disbelief. But remember this, even when shadows try to cling to your reputation, light has already chosen you. And no amount of gossip can destroy the destiny that is sealed in heaven. Their confession will not be soft. It will be loud, public, and impossible to take back once it is said. And though it may feel like betrayal, it is actually exposure of what heaven wanted revealed. The mask is coming off and the crowd will see who they truly are, not just what they say about you. Heaven is allowing this so you can be freed from illusions that tied your soul. The words may pierce like daggers, but they will cut away the falsehoods that once surrounded your love. What remains will be your truth, untouchable and undeniable. Type Amen to get blessing. For 44, their eyes have been heavy with secrets for too long. And now the pressure has cracked open their silence. They are ready to trade your love for attention, your privacy for applause. But what they do not know is that heaven already wrote the ending to this chapter. When they speak, people will lean closer, listening for scandal and shock. But as the words leave their mouth, the vibration of truth will not harm you. It will backfire. Every sentence will reveal more about their own wounds than about your life. Archangel Michael says, do not be afraid of the noise because you are shielded in a cloak of protection. Even when people repeat their story, your name will rise higher, untouchable by their intentions. What was meant for your downfall will become the stage for your strength. Stay steady, my child, because heaven has already placed the right people in your path to stand by you. While others will be confused, the ones chosen for you will know the difference between lies and destiny. This exposure is not your end, it is your beginning. Type Amen to get blessing. 555. The person you once gave love to is trembling, caught between fear and desperation. They believe that by exposing you, they will reclaim power over you. Yet heaven is showing you clearly no one can hold power over a chosen one. Their story may spread like wildfire, but fire cannot burn what has already been refined in flames. Instead, it will burn away the falsehoods and reveal the diamond that you are. The more they talk, the more heaven will lift you higher. Every listener who hears their confession will not only see you, they will see the truth that slips through the cracks of their words. The spirit of truth is stronger than manipulation, and it will guide hearts toward discernment. Those who once doubted you will be forced to see your light. Archangel Michael says, "Stand tall when the noise begins, because this is heaven's way of rewriting your story." What seems like betrayal will become confirmation that you were always chosen for greater. And no matter how their voice trembles or how strong their words, they cannot undo the destiny marked on your soul. Type Amen to get blessing. 666. Their lips are heavy with words that were never meant for the public, but they are desperate for release. They believe that once everyone hears their version, they will finally feel vindicated. Yet, heaven is showing you that their revelation is the very rope they are weaving to expose themselves. Every time they practice in their head what they will say, their heart grows heavier. They are not speaking truth with a clean soul. They are speaking from wounds that never healed. And when someone speaks from brokenness, their words carry cracks that reveal the hidden truth behind them. People around you will hear stories and some will gasp in shock. But look deeper, because the ones who matter will notice the bitterness behind their tone. The world will quickly see that their confession is less about you and more about their own pain. Archangel Michael says, "Heaven has already written your protection into this moment. Even when tongues rise against you, your destiny remains untouchable. What is being revealed is not your downfall but their own exposure." Type Amen to get blessing. 777. The person you gave love to is being consumed by the need for attention. They think that by bringing your name forward, they will feel important again. But the truth is, every word they speak will only reveal their own desperation. You will feel the ripple when this happens, as if the air around you shifts. Some faces will look at you with curiosity while others with disbelief. But within you, a quiet strength will rise, reminding you that heaven already prepared you for this exact moment. Every whisper behind your back is being turned into a trumpet that blows in your favor. What was spoken to harm you will become the very thing that sets you apart. The exposure is a test, but it is also a gift in disguise. Their words may travel quickly, but heaven's justice travels faster. And while their story spreads, so too will the truth of who you really are. No matter what they tell everyone, your light will not be dimmed. Type Amen to get blessing. 888. They will sit among people and drop your name as if it is their weapon. They will smile with false confidence, thinking they finally have control. But each word they speak will shake their own foundation, not yours. You will notice how quickly their narrative unravels. At first, people may lean into the drama, but soon the cracks will show. The more they talk, the more others will question their motives. And while they expect you to crumble, heaven will ensure you rise. You will not need to defend yourself. The truth will do it for you. Silence will become your greatest weapon because heaven fights louder than your voice ever could. Archangel Michael says, "Hold your peace when the storm begins." You are not meant to fight this battle with anger. You are meant to watch heaven's hand at work. What they meant for exposure will become the evidence of your calling. Type Amen to get blessing. 999. Their restless nights have already begun. You may feel the energy of their unease pressing against you even from a distance. They are carrying the burden of guilt. But instead of confessing with humility, they plan to shout with pride. Heaven is warning you not to be surprised when this moment arrives. The signs have already been placed before you. Strange conversations, half-truths, and awkward silences. You may have brushed it aside, but now it is clear. They are preparing to speak. Do not let fear creep into your heart. Instead, stand firm because heaven's eyes are upon you. Their words are only noise compared to the melody heaven is preparing for your life. Remember, chosen ones are often exposed before they are elevated. This is not punishment. It is preparation. And the louder they talk, the higher heaven will lift you above the noise. Type Amen to get blessing. 1111. The stage is already being set, though you may not fully see it yet. Conversations are shifting. Energy around you feels unsettled, and heaven is gently pushing you to be alert. Soon the words of the one you loved will echo in places you never expected. They have carried this secret too long and the weight is crushing them. They are convinced that releasing it into the world will free them. But what they do not realize is that their attempt at freedom will chain them to exposure. The eyes of others will widen when they speak and hearts will beat faster with curiosity. Some will feel shocked, others will feel pity, but heaven will stir discernment among the right ones. They will not see you as the villain. They will see the brokenness behind the voice of the one exposing you. Archangel Michael says, "Prepare yourself with silence and inner strength." The storm will come with sound and fury, but your calm will disarm it. The more still you remain, the louder heaven's protection will thunder. Type Amen to get blessing. 1212. This is a moment that cannot be avoided. It is divinely allowed. The exposure they plan is not meant to ruin you. It is meant to reveal what has been hidden too long. You have walked with trust and now heaven will show you who truly deserves your love. The person you gave your heart to is driven by envy, guilt, and desire for attention. They believe they can control the story, but heaven is already weaving truth through their words. What they intend for harm will fall apart like dust in the wind. And while they try to lift themselves by dragging your name, heaven is lifting you even higher. Opportunities will come to you that cannot be denied. This storm will cleanse. And when the dust settles, your light will be brighter. Their confession is not your downfall. It is their unraveling. And soon, the very people they try to convince will begin to question their spirit. The more they talk, the more transparent they become. Type Amen to get blessing. 1313. The whispers will come like waves crashing in from every corner. You may hear your name spoken in tones that sting, but pay attention. Every echo carries heaven's fingerprint. The truth is being separated from the lies. At first, their words may feel sharp, like daggers meant to pierce your heart. But soon, those same daggers will turn back on them. People will notice the cracks in their story, and the weight of their intention will be exposed. This person thought they could shape the future with their voice, but heaven is the only author of your destiny. Every sound they release will fall into heaven's hands. And the outcome will shift in your favor. What was supposed to be your shame will transform into your testimony. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, "Stand firm because your enemies will be confused by your peace. They expect you to break, but heaven expects you to rise. And when you rise, the whole world will see what protection looks like." Type Amen to get blessing. 1414. They sit in silence before the storm, rehearsing the words that will leave their lips. Their mind is racing, their heart unsettled because they know once it is spoken, there is no return. This is the point of no reversal. Your spirit may already feel the tremors of what is about to happen. Perhaps your chest feels heavier or your nights restless because heaven is preparing you. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Their plan to tell everyone is not truly theirs. It is orchestrated by forces they do not understand. Heaven is allowing them to move, but only to expose what needs to be seen. Nothing they do can overpower the divine protection set upon you. Even as their words spread, you will notice miracles unfolding quietly in your life. New doors will open, new alliances will form, and the truth will become undeniable. What felt like betrayal will shift into your breakthrough. Type Amen to get blessing. 1515. The final act of this story is already moving into place. The one you loved has reached the point where silence burns more than words. They will speak and their voice will carry into ears you never expected to hear your name. But listen carefully, my beloved. Heaven is not shaken. What feels like exposure is in fact elevation. What feels like betrayal is heaven's setup for your breakthrough. The people who hear them will feel the sting of curiosity, but soon after discernment will enter. Their tones will shift from believing the story to questioning the storyteller. It will not take long before their mask cracks wide open. Archangel Michael says, "Be steady when this wave arrives. Do not waste your breath defending yourself. Let silence be your fortress. For heaven fights louder than words, and victory is already in your hands." Type Amen to get blessing. 1616. They thought they could paint your image with their colors of jealousy. They thought they could control how the world sees you. But heaven has dipped your name in light and no shadow can remain over it. Every word they release will carry a double edge. It will try to wound you, but it will slice back at them even harder. Soon they will realize that their confession was never power. It was exposure. The crowd that listens will be divided. But watch closely. Heaven will bring the right people closer to you. The ones who are meant to stay will recognize your purity. The ones who doubt were never yours to keep. Their plan to harm you becomes the bridge that carries you higher. What was once hidden in silence is now an open doorway for your destiny. This is not your ending. It is your rise. Type Amen to get blessing. 1717. Your spirit will feel a release when the words finally leave their lips. A strange peace will cover you because heaven always delivers comfort after truth is revealed. The heavy weight you carried will lift and clarity will flood your heart. Do not be afraid when whispers surround you. They are only temporary winds. The storm will roar, but the skies will clear faster than you imagined. And when the dust settles, your reputation will not be destroyed. It will be stronger. People will marvel at how you stood without breaking. Your silence will speak louder than their noise ever could. Archangel Michael says, this exposure is not punishment. It is a crown. You will be honored in ways that silence could never achieve. What was once a secret weapon against you is now heaven's trumpet for your victory. Type Amen to get blessing. 1818. Remember this, you gave love with a true heart, and heaven has seen every tear. Nothing is wasted, not even the betrayal. The pain is being recycled into purpose, and the revelation is your path to freedom. The one who speaks may think they are taking something from you, but in truth, they are giving you release. Their confession is the final key that unlocks the next chapter of your destiny. And as they lose power with every word, you gain strength with every moment. Their downfall becomes your stepping stone. Their noise becomes your melody of victory. This is how heaven works. Turning what was meant for destruction into a foundation for greatness. Soon you will see blessings unfold that make every tear worthwhile. Soon you will understand why this was necessary. Type Amen to get blessing. 1919. The chapter of secrecy is closing. The curtain is falling on their performance and a new dawn is breaking for you. Clearer and brighter than ever before. Their exposure of you will not be your downfall. It will be their revelation. And while they wrestle with the consequences, you will walk forward lighter, freer, and stronger. Archangel Michael says, rejoice because heaven has turned your story into a testimony. You will rise above the noise and no voice will silence the destiny written for you. Let peace be your shield. Let strength be your crown. And let heaven's timing be your guide. This is your moment of release. This is your season of exposure and elevation. What they meant for harm has been transformed into the very proof of your chosen path. Type Amen to get blessing. 2020. Even though the story feels finished, heaven wants you to know there is still more unfolding behind the scenes. The person you once loved has not only spoken once, they are preparing to repeat their words again. Their restless spirit is trying to keep attention alive, but every repetition weakens their power. Each time they speak, the audience grows smaller and the impact less sharp. People are beginning to realize that their story does not match their actions. What once seemed shocking is now becoming predictable, and the truth is quietly emerging. The heavens remind you that what is repeated out of bitterness cannot destroy what is rooted in light. Their words are losing force like waves crashing against an unshakable rock. You are that rock planted by divine hands. Archangel Michael says, "Do not turn back to bitterness even as they continue. Every attempt to harm you will only create blessings that multiply in your favor. Your silence is still the most powerful shield." Type Amen to get blessing. 2121. The energy around you will shift after this repeated exposure. Where once there was chaos, calm will begin to take its place. You will feel lighter, freer, and more certain about who truly stands with you. The people who once doubted you will see your strength. They will wonder how you remained untouched while others tried to drag you down. Their respect for you will deepen and new alliances will be born. Every false word spoken about you is being turned into a stepping stone for your destiny. This is why heaven has allowed it, so that what is not meant for you will fall away. What remains is pure, loyal, and true. Their exposure was never about your destruction. It was about revealing the foundation heaven wants you to stand on. And now that foundation is unshakable. Nothing and no one can move you from it. Type Amen to get blessing. 2222. You may notice blessings arriving in unusual ways after this storm. Opportunities will appear from people you never expected. Doors will swing open that were once tightly shut. This is heaven's way of rewarding your patience. While others spoke, you stood still and heaven saw your faith. That faith is now unlocking miracles for you. The one who betrayed you may watch with jealousy as your life rises. They will wonder how you continue to shine when they try to dim your light. But this is heaven's justice. Your glow is not dependent on their silence. Every attempt to hurt you has only revealed your strength. Every whisper against you has only proven that you were chosen all along. And now the world will see what heaven always knew. Type Amen to get blessing. 2323. The chapter of betrayal is ending. But the story of your elevation is only beginning. You will walk into rooms filled with honor instead of shame. You will be welcomed with open arms instead of suspicion. People will remember how you carried yourself during the storm. They will speak of your grace, your calm, and your endurance. And that memory will outlast every rumor ever spoken. The one who told everyone about you will fade into the background. Their voice will grow quieter, their influence smaller, their presence weaker. They will realize that their plan backfired and they only revealed their own brokenness. Archangel Michael says the story is not about them anymore. It is about you. Heaven has shifted the focus and the world will now look at your victory. The crown of resilience rests firmly on your head. Type Amen to get blessing. 2424. The echo of their words may linger in some spaces, but the strength of your spirit will outlast every whisper. What they thought would be your undoing has become the very evidence of your resilience. Heaven is rewriting your reputation in front of every watching eye. The person you gave love to feels conflicted now. Their decision to speak has left them empty, not fulfilled. They believed exposure would bring them peace, but instead it has awakened shame. Their friends begin to pull away, sensing the bitterness in their voice. The attention they craved is slipping through their fingers. And in their loneliness, they finally see what they lost in you. Archangel Michael says, "Do not look back with regret because heaven removed them from your path for a reason. Their role in your story has ended and their words cannot change your destiny. The chapter is closed and your rise has already begun." Type Amen to get blessing. 2525. Your journey now takes a turn toward restoration. The people who truly matter will surround you with loyalty. Their voices will drown out the noise of gossip with words of encouragement. The more you walk in peace, the more others will admire your strength. They will remember how you stood tall when others tried to drag you down. Your silence will echo as the loudest testimony of all. Heaven will reward you with clarity. You will finally see who belongs in your life and who does not. This discernment is the gift hidden inside the pain. And while the one you loved struggles with the consequences of their actions, you will flourish. Their exposure was your release and your freedom is now your crown. Type Amen to get blessing. 2626. Do not be surprised when blessings begin to arrive suddenly. A phone call with good news, a door opening without effort, a chance meeting that shifts your path. These are not coincidences. They are divine alignments. Every storm ends with a rainbow. And your rainbow is already appearing. It shines as a symbol of promise, reminding you that nothing spoken against you can stop what is promised to you. Your destiny is sealed. No matter how many tongues rise, the one who once carried your love will watch from afar, unable to touch what heaven is doing. Their voice no longer holds power. Their confession no longer holds weight. The truth has set you free. Archangel Michael says, "Walk boldly now into the next season. Do not carry fear or doubt, for heaven has already secured your victory. Your name is being spoken with honor, not shame." Type Amen to get blessing. 2727. The pain of betrayal is turning into wisdom. You will not fall for the same illusions again. Your heart will be stronger, wiser, and guided by heaven's hand. The one who betrayed you is left with regret while you are lifted with grace. Their attempts to define you have failed. Heaven alone defines you, and that definition is chosen. Your life will now be a testimony that no weapon formed against you can prosper. The storm tried, the betrayal tried, but nothing could break you. You are still standing stronger than before. And now the season of tears is ending. A season of laughter, peace, and divine restoration is beginning. The story is no longer about betrayal. It is about triumph. Type Amen to get blessing. 2828.